Okay, so I'm making this video for the seller because my speed meter is not working. I have all the connectors wired up here and everything. I have the manual instruction that came with the speed meter. I have the instructions here for my bike. This is a Kawasaki EX650R 2011. I have pre-wired everything, and I'm gonna show you everything how it should be here. The gears won't show because this bike does not work with a speed meter like that. I had to buy a different, but everything else should work out. I don't have the speed meter connected because I have to use the speed meter that's provided with the speed meter, and I don't want it to get it dirty, scratched up, and then get a problem, and then you guys won't want to replace it. So as you turn on the speed meter on my bike, you can see this needle works out and everything. I have the F1 because I have one of the wires is not connected and my battery, so it shows up as the F1, which is right here. I have the full tank right now. I have the times 115 in my speed meter. I have the neutral. I have the left turn signal, the right turn signal. I'll show you here. And the wiring, I have 3 wires that are not connected. Sorry. There's 3 wires. This is for my ABS. This is for my speed meter. These 2 for the speed meter, which they're stuck from the bike. They should be connected in here, but there won't be because I won't be able to use these. So this right here is for my when I run out of fuel, it switches to the other fuel gauge just for emergency, which I don't need it because I didn't want to use it on the speed meter. I checked it, it's not the RPM. The RPM is this one right here. It's not connected directly because it's been checking it with all these wires to make sure it's not, and I'm not mixing it with a different wire. So far nothing has worked. I tried with all these wires right here, check the voltage, and this right here by my manual and by my checkings of the voltage, this is the RPM. Alright, so for some reason I used to own a different, well actually I used to own the same kind of speed meter about 3 years ago on a different Kawi 250R 2008, and it worked fine. For this time, I don't know, every time I turn it on it resets the whole thing, which doesn't bother me at all, but I'm not sure if this particular model should be doing it, which I don't know because each year they're differently. The one I bought, these instructions are different, the colors, wirings are different, but you know, like I said, after I turn the bike, it resets itself again. As you can see, the preamps are not working. I'll show you here the gearings is right. I'm going to tell you, got a gear, go down, oh, there we go, it disappears. Turn on the bike. The preamps are not working. I have the F1 light. It's on right here. It's the F1 light because I have one of my connections wire. I pulled it out by accident when I was taking apart the bike, but that shouldn't do any problem with the RPM. I'll show you here. I have the high beam. It works. Left side, hot side, so everything works but the RPM. For some reason I check all my connections. I have the diagram for my bike. And so nothing works. I check all the wiring, make sure everything's okay, but still so far nothing. I have the wiring right here, my diagram for my bike, each number, which everything I have here, nothing. So I have, like I said, all these right here. This is for the speed tracker. I guess center is the ground, this is the voltage, and that's the speed, or actually it's the opposite. And these are the gears right here. This right here is the, I haven't connected all the way because I'm making a video and I don't want to mess all these up, you know. Then you guys won't be replacing my speed meter because it's been damaged or whatever. It has not. I had, like I said, I had another one before. I had to buy a new one for my bike because my current speed meter is not showing. It's been old, I guess it's been damaged. This right here is the neutral. Oh, actually this is the neutral, yeah, and this is the F1 light, which means my bike has a problem or something has been disconnected, which it has. These three, I already told you, I won't need them for now, and well, nothing else I can do. The rest of these is the gears. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, and 6th gear, which my bike won't show because it needed different device for that. So everything has been connected as it should. I have the instructions here. I make sure everything was connected from the back of the speed meter just to make sure all these were right, and all the coloring and everything is correct. Each wire connects to where it should go. So for this pattern, when you look at it directly, they're opposite. This is the temperature and this is the left turn. Same thing with this one. This is the right turn, this is the oil when you look at it. I noticed because when I connected the RPM, it didn't work at first, and then my high beam actually started showing up every time I turn on the bike, which made no sense to me. So I knew these two were opposite. My neutral, and this is my I think that was my gas. These three I checked because making sure this is not the RPM. It was mixed it up in here. So I connect the RPM with the speed, and actually every time I pull the throttle, it'll give me 80 miles per hour, 1600 miles per hour, or whatever, you know. These instructions are right. I'm not sure these instructions here, because you mark it off, whatever. I don't know if you can put it on. My old speed meter, you were able to do these adjustments. I haven't tried these because it's been scratched off, so make sure the seller have move anything just so it replaces my speed meter. I don't want to spend $50 on something that I know it should work. And I know these speed meter work because I used to have one about 3 years ago. So there you go, and everything works fine, looks fine. When I turn the bike, nothing goes on with the speed meter, or I mean the RPMs. I'm not sure if something burned down the fuse or it came out like that. I don't know. I make sure first, before I connect anything, I connect the positive and negative, my neutral, and my RPMs before I connect anything else, and nothing worked. So there you have it. There's your video review or anything about this wiring being connected like this. Like I said, I didn't want to plug it out. As you can see, I have an old speed, actually it was this speed meter. Got the wires to make sure it fitted in this one, so I didn't have to pull these out and mess them up. Right here, let me put the camera down for a second. Everything's connected correctly as it should. Same thing here, nothing's been moved. Everything's as it should. I keep it as you guys had it, so that way I didn't have any problems. See, everything's fine, everything's connecting correctly, nothing's been damaged. I haven't even put it on my bike because of the fact I want to make sure this works before I even start scratching it off. I still have the plastic cover on the screen here, and the screen meter looks pretty nice, pretty good, pretty clean. I mean, I like it. I had it before and I loved it. It's just the RPMs are not working. I see that some people run a cable through the coil or something to the back. I didn't want to mess around with that because it is brand new and it shouldn't have done that. It should just come directly and plug into the wires here. Should be good, just plug and play. But it's not, so I'm just sending you this video. Make sure everything was correctly on my bike.